Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Jordan Schreier. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. We start with new information this morning on a deadly car semi crash in Otter Tail County. The Minnesota State Patrol is now identifying the victim of that crash as 30-year-old Jacob Gappa of Parkers Prairie.
The troopers say he was driving a pickup along Highway 210 in Underwood around 5 yesterday evening when he crossed the center line and hit a semi. The driver of the semi was not seriously hurt. Minnesota State troopers suspect alcohol was a factor in a pickup crash last night in Vining.
They say 62-year-old Kermit Haug of Dent veered off a county road around 8 last night, went airborne and landed in a ditch. His injuries are not considered serious.
Now 10 minutes before the top of the hour, let's get a check of the forecast, and it's another cold start to the day, Lisa.
Very cold. Temperatures well below zero. It's frigid, but I'm smiling because I know that we've got some warm weather coming for today, and that will kick in as early as now for some of us in the valley. So just bundle up for this morning. Make sure you're protected as you're getting ready to head out with the knowledge that things are going to be feeling a lot better for you. We're looking off on our sky cam right now in Fargo and to the southeast. We've got that beautiful sunrise and colors showing up here, but also that crescent moon out of the southeast that you can take in if you step outside and want to check it out. But just make sure you're bundled up here yet again for today. We've got that wind chill advisory in effect until 9 o'clock this morning. Everybody's included in this. We're looking at wind chills 20s to 30s below in the valley, and we're down as low as 36 below right now in the Hemlock area. Grand Forks is at 34 below and Fargo 32 below. So there's that threat for frostbite yet again if you're not properly dressed for these kind of wind chills. So that's going to be tough for us this morning. And through the day, the wind chill will be somewhat of an issue. This morning it's because our temperatures are so low. And we're looking at some numbers in northwest Minnesota, still in the teens below zero. One spot, Park Rapids at 22 below. 13 below currently in Fargo and 15 below in Grand Forks. Over to the west, you can see it's a little bit better. We're at 0 in Devil's Lake, and that's because we've seen that south wind kick in and the warmer air is moving in there first this morning. So we're going to notice those warmer temperatures there throughout the day, but everybody gets in on this through the day. Gradually, all of us see this south wind pick up, and that helps to usher in that warmer air. However, I mentioned it, wind chills might be an issue through the day. As these pick up, that's going to kind of take a bite out of those warmer temperatures. It's going to feel chillier. Here's a look at your hourly planner. This morning on the rise, we'll see those temperatures, especially after the sun is up here in about 30 minutes. We'll see that temperatures start to climb. The wind picks up out of the southwest, and we're looking at a high of about 21 degrees in Fargo. A huge difference from where we are now. We're talking 30, 40 degree difference from this morning into the afternoon for a lot of us. For your Friday, even warmer. We're looking at temperatures back into the 30s, and this weekend, fantastic. We keep dry weather around, that sunshine around too. And so for Saturday and Sunday look like great days, high temperatures into the upper 30s. Might get a little slushy and sloppy on those roads. And then into next week, we start cooling things down midweek. We start to get a little more active as well. And now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's traffic on the move.
Thank you, Lisa. We're going to be finishing up our morning heading east on I-94, mainly because I want to get the sunrise in the background. We're all about aesthetic here on the Valley today. Anyway, looking at the roadways this morning, things have been very light. It's another light day this week. You can see as we start to turn onto the interstate here, things are still looking lighter, despite it being fairly close to the start of the workday. Normally around this time, this is when things start to pick up, but today things are looking even lighter than they have been for the rest of this week. So good news as you make your way out the door this morning. Now, the westbound lanes of I-94, as you can see up ahead there, those are looking a little bit busier, but overall still nothing that's going to be interrupting your traffic flow. So it looks like the busiest roadway that we've seen are the northbound lanes of I-29. When it comes to the side roads, the areas that we've explored so far, the busiest area was 25th Street, in particular the intersection between 25th Street and Main Avenue. So like I said, once again, another really easygoing morning. Go ahead and make your way out the door knowing that you should be able to arrive to your destination on time. Be prepared for a couple extra slick spots on the roads because it's that time of the year. You got to be on the lookout for those at all times. We're going to keep checking out the roadways in the next hour on the Fargo CW, but for now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
New this morning, 2 Diamond Princess passengers have died after getting the coronavirus. Both were in their 80s. Japan's health ministry says the man and a woman had prior illnesses before being taken to the hospital.
The U.S. has brought home more than 300 people from that cruise ship. A number of them are now being treated in facilities across the country. Social media challenges are nothing new, but many are dangerous. And here's another one to look out for that could actually hurt people other than the ones doing it. The Cha-Cha Challenge is going viral on TikTok, which is an app your kids are probably using.
There are several videos like this one of mostly young drivers swerving their cars all over the roads as they listen to lyrics of a popular song. TikTok says they'll take down any post with this kind of content. The city of Fargo is planning changes at one of the city's most dangerous intersections, and it's one that you've probably driven through. Police have responded to more than 300 accidents at 19th Avenue North and University Drive over the past 3 months. More than half of the crashes happened in December alone. The city is planning to make that area safer, and one way is offsetting the left turn lanes to allow you to see past a turning vehicle right in front of you.
The small town of Becker, Minnesota is asking for help from the National Guard, State Health Department, and Pollution Control Agency to help monitor air quality from a massive fire at a metal recycling plant. Firefighters are still fighting that stubborn fire after it started Tuesday, and they could be there for several more days. Nearby schools are shut down today, and people are being urged to stay away from the area. A Minnesota murder suspect is in custody after a 2-day search. Bemidji police say 18-year-old Antonio Parkhurst was arrested yesterday. He's suspected in the shooting death of a 20-year-old man and the wounding of a 17-year-old boy late Monday night.
Officers has been called to the hospital about a wounded teenager, then got another call about a dead body outside a Bemidji home. Police have not released the names of either victims. The gloves were off and the attacks were often personal at the Democratic debate in Las Vegas last night. With voting underway, campaigns on the line, and Michael Bloomberg on the stage, the 6 candidates often tore into each other's records and experience.
Bloomberg came under especially heavy fire, with his opponents finally getting a chance to confront the billionaire in the wake of his over $300 million in TV ad spending. Senator Elizabeth Warren targeted Bloomberg's previous statements about women and his business's use of non-disclosure agreements. To celebrate its 10th year, the Unglued Craft Fest is bigger and better than ever before.
And the Valley Today's Abby Birchner joins us live this morning, getting a preview of that event. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here with Ashley Morgan at Unglued, where this weekend is going to be really big. It's going to be the Unglued Craft Fest at the Plains Art Museum, and it's not the craft fest without a craft that you can do, obviously, but you guys are going to be making some fun little succulents.
Yes, so we have a whole free workshop schedule on Saturday, and we have a crafty hour where you can come and drop in and make a felt succulent. And so this is super easy. You can do it at home. You're just taking normal felt. You're ultimately going to cut 3 strips of it, a larger one, a medium-sized, and a smaller one. And all you do is you fold it to be 8 times the thickness. So I'm going to fold it over 3 times, and that will give us ultimately 8 layers. Let's not think about math. I might have said that weird. But you want it to be 8 layers thick when you fold it, no matter what the size is for all 3 of these. And then you just cut it to be like a house. And so I'm going to just kind of cut the roof, basically. And I do that to all 3 of my pieces here. We'll unravel it. This is why this should be a very unintimidating thing overall. And then you just roll it up. And you keep rolling it up on itself. So the smallest one got rolled up inside there. And then I'm just going to be taking hot glue and kind of keep rolling it up. And you can get these super cute little pots.
And you want to know what I was just thinking? You made the cut so easy. I was like, wow, that's a lot of work to individually cut all of those. But no, Abby, there's an easier way to do that. But this is something you'll be able to do on Saturday.
Yes.
Friday night, you'll actually be making real succulents. But I want to talk about the event as a whole. It's Friday and Saturday, but Friday there is a little bit of a fee.
Yes, Friday night is our craft preview party. We've been doing that for 8 or 9 years. It includes $5 unglued cash, 3 projects, including potting the real succulent and doing mini origami cranes, printmaking, and other things. There's a vinyl DJ, all that fun.
Nice. And then Saturday is for free, but we'll have all that information up on valleynewslive.com.
All right, thank you, Abby, reporting live. Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. That question, when it comes to our morning routine, 13% of people surveyed said they do this.
I do this. The answer is lay out their clothes the night before.
And this morning, you want the long johns, Lisa.
Yeah, hopefully you laid out layers because you're going to need them this morning, especially. We've got wind chills in the 20s and 30s below, dangerous cold, temperatures themselves in the 20s below in spots, and we're going to warm up. We're going to get above zero, teens to 20s above.
You can join us right now for more local news and weather on the Fargo CW.